It's high school volleyball on your home for local high school sports, 99 The Wave, and YouTube at Radio on the Go. I'm John Nolenko coming to you from the Cyclone Center in Denver. Tonight, it's NICL Central volleyball action. Number 9 in 2A, Aplington-Parkersburg, taking on defending Class 2A champion and number 1 in 2A, Denver. It should be electric inside this building tonight. Once again, welcome to tonight's broadcast as the high school volleyball season is still in its relatively early stages, but teams are starting to take shape and solidify their identities. Tonight, it's a crucial NICL Central battle between teams who are both looking to dominate again this season and put together return trips to the state tournament. So AP has had a great season so far, off to a 10-1 start and 1-0 in conference play. They've gotten a few new faces integrated into the lineup, and they've taken care of business as you'd expect a team of their caliber to do, and have been rather efficient in the process. They have among the more balanced offenses in the North Iowa Cedar League with a variety of different hitting options, so they'll certainly keep people guessing. Denver is the defending Class 2A champions. They've started hot, 15-0 so far, having only lost 2 sets on the entire season. They have nearly all of last year's production back and have not shown any signs of slowing down. It's safe to say that they are going to be a contender in Class 2A yet again. AP will look to win its first in this series since all the way back in 2019. Last year, the Falcons were swept in the regular season meetings and had a gut-wrenching 2-1 loss in the conference tournament semifinal in this building about 11 months ago. So the Falcons will be in search of revenge and will try to hand the Cyclones their first loss of the season. AP's 10-1 overall, 1-0 in the NICL Central, having defeated Columbus Catholic back on Thursday night. Ranked number 9 in 2A, coached by Candace Klespies. Denver is 15-0. This will be their NICL Central opener. They're ranked number 1 in Class 2A. Their coach is Jamie Johnson. I'm going to take a timeout, and I've got an interview with Coach Klespies. When I come back, it is high school volleyball heading your way with the first serve at about 7:30. High school volleyball heading your way in just a little bit here on 99 The Wave and YouTube at Radio on the Go. On Friday night at the AP versus Dike New Hartford football game, I got a chance to talk to head coach of the Falcon volleyball team, Candace Klespies, at halftime. And here's a portion of that interview right now to get us set for tonight. 10-1 on the season so far, fresh off of a sweep of Waterloo Columbus on the home court last night. While it's fresh on your mind, just what are your thoughts on that match last night, how your team was able to really just take care of business in that first home conference match?
Yeah, last night, we, coming off a Tuesday night, we didn't serve the ball well, and we didn't serve receive well, and those are 2 aspects that we take very strong in our gym, and those are the 2 aspects we want to win every night we go out. And so, we had a hard practice on Wednesday and really focused in on those 2 things, and came out last night and our serving really got us the win last night.
You bet. So 3-0 sweep. Always great to start conference play 1-0. Tuesday night, you went 1-1 in a triangular with Valley Lutheran, and an always tough North Tama team, currently ranked number 2 in Class 1A. What's kind of your take? I know you mentioned the serving was maybe not where it should have been that night as well.
Yeah, serving was a big aspect of it, and then we knew North Tama, they're a high-quality 1A team. I mean, they could compete with any of the top 5 in 2A and even some 3A, 4A teams. And so, Ewalt, their senior left pin, is leading the state in kills for all classes. And so we knew that we were going to have to play some good defense and, just get some touches on her balls. And she was just a really smart player, and their libero picks up a lot of balls also. And so, we had quite a few girls that were getting kind of their first start of varsity, and then that was your first one in front of your home crowd. And so, we didn't come out exactly how we wanted to, but we were still right there, and we battled. So.
You bet. One of the big question marks when we talked back earlier in the August was going to be the setter position. You graduated a great one with Bella Boozman last year. And Julia Mostek, 205 assists on the year so far. What can you say about her kind of taking over that position, always a crucial position?
Yeah, that setter spot's a big one. And I kind of really hone in on that position because I played it in high school some. And so, but it's so big for us because we have so many options hitting-wise. And so, Julia has stepped in and has done a tremendous job, just really mixing up the offense, coming in with confidence, not playing a varsity at all. And I feel like she's doing a really great job for us so far.
You bet. And then a decent amount of returning experience with your big hitters. Zoe Eulenhop, 71 kills on the year, hitting at .406. Extremely solid there. Yeah. We knew she had great potential after what she showed last year. Jensen Kloster doing great here in her sophomore year. Colby Wangsness, you know what you were going to get from her for the most part as well. So when it comes to kind of some of that offensive firepower, what's your take on how that's kind of come along here this year?
Yeah, and that's one of the things we talked early with Julia about is we have so many options, and we talk about that team-wise too. We are not a team that's going to have one girl that has super high kills and then the next ones are way, way down. We really like to spread our offense out. We think that helps us. And then to know that if one night one girl is just not able to kind of get it done, then we have another 4 or 5 that can. And so, that just alleviates some of that stress too in that center position, knowing that whoever you give the ball to, they're going to get it done for you.
You bet. You guys have any sort of team mottos or words to live by, things that you're kind of really focusing on here this year?
Yeah, a big one that we talked about this year is sometimes you, sometimes me, always us. And so that goes into kind of what we talked about how one night, maybe one set, with a matchup wise, it might be our middles that we really got to push because of our matchup. And then the very next set, it could be we're going to use our right side a little bit more. So, one night it could be you, one night it could be me, but we all have to be there playing our best ball.
You bet. Big one coming up on Tuesday night, a road trip to number 1 ranked in Class 2A Denver, the defending state champions. That's a team that, thinking back to last year, you had at least 1, maybe 2 really close matches with them. I know in the conference tournament, that's certainly one that I have to imagine is on your guys' minds coming to this one on Tuesday.
Yep, that is definitely one that, a lot of us wish we could get back. We were right there and we had them. But, that's okay. That happens. And so they're going to be tough. I mean, they have everybody returning, and they're pretty much all seniors except for libero, and just have played with a lot of experience. And so, it's going to be a fast-paced offense. They're a good serving team also, and so we're just going to have to go in, and we're just going to have to battle.
Battle is what it's going to take, and obviously, Denver, number 1 ranked, as I mentioned, in Class 1A, but again, this year the NICL represented all throughout the Class 1A and 2A rankings. Union down to Class 2A as well this year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so that's going to be another one of those NICL teams that's probably going to shake it up in Class 2A as well. So I know in the last couple of years the NICL has graduated a lot of talent, but they've been able to rebuild as a whole. Just what can you say about this fantastic league?
Yeah, as if 2A wasn't we didn't have enough competition to add them down there too, and so But, you know, in the first rankings, I think we had like 9 or 10 of the 15 were ranked. And so in just 2A. And so, you know, it is a great thing to have, to be able to play in this league, to play in the NICL and play the best teams in the state night in and night out. It can get a little draining sometimes if you get a couple losses back to back, but the big thing that we try to tell the girls too is the girls union does such a tremendous job of rewarding the teams that play tough schedules. And so win or loss, it's just going to help us for the postseason.
You bet. So that's coming up on Tuesday night. That'll be right here on 99 The Wave. Looking forward to covering that one on Tuesday. And then always big home tournament coming up the following Saturday, a week from tomorrow. Looks like a similar field, but maybe some new additions in there for that home tournament.
Yeah, you know, as if it wasn't tough enough, we decided to get a little tougher. We brought in Charles City is coming in, a really good 4A team that was ranked preseason. And then we're bringing in Roland Story, who is also in the top 10, I'm pretty sure, in 3A. So it was a tough tournament to start with, and now it is all 8 teams are going to be battling top 10 teams in their class. And so if you want to see some good volleyball, it's going to be a good volleyball day.
All right, we'll certainly catch you there on Tuesday night up at Denver. Anything else, any final thoughts you'd like to share at this time before we wrap up?
Yeah, just really excited with where the girls are at already this early in the season. We got a long ways to go, but we're really happy with the things that they're doing.
All right, that's Aplington-Parkersburg volleyball coach Candace Cluspy joining me here on Radio on the Go Sports. Thanks so much for the time, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, once again, that was AP volleyball coach Candace Cluspy's part of a conversation that took place during halftime of Friday night's AP versus DNH football game. We're nearing our first serve between number 9 and 2A Aplington-Parkersburg and number 1 and 2A Denver. NICL Central action heading your way in just a few minutes here on 99 The Wave. Aplington-Parkersburg and Denver volleyball is heading your way momentarily on 99 The Wave and on YouTube at Radio On The Go. Here's the starters for the road team AP. Number 2 is senior outside hitter Colby Wangsness. Number 5, senior middle and outside hitter Ava Eddy. Number 7, junior outside hitter Adri Allen. Number 9, senior middle hitter Zoe Uhlenhop. Number 10, sophomore right side and outside hitter Jensen Kloster. Number 11, junior setter Julia Mostek. And number 16, junior libero Kennedy Kalkworth. And for the home team Denver, number 1, senior setter Channing Johnson. Number 5, junior libero Mackenzie McEwen. Number 10, senior right side Madeline Hildebrandt. Number 12, senior outside hitter Bailey Mullahan. Number 14, sophomore outside Adina Murch. Number 17, senior middle Grace Mullahan. And number 18 is senior middle Miley Thurn. Head coach of the Cyclones is Jamie Johnson. Head coach of the Falcons, Candace Klespies. AP going for their first victory in this series since 2019. 0-2 against the Cyclones last year, where the Falcons, including a 3-set sweep in the regular season and a gut-wrenching 2-1 loss in the conference tournament semifinals right here. Here's the opening serve from left to right. It comes from Adri Allen. The serve receive is returned back to the other side of the net. Left side set. Here comes Wangsness. Was it tipped? It's going to be a point to Denver. And that is how we get rolling in this NICL Central matchup. 1-0 is the Cyclone lead. No tip on its way over the net, and an attack error by the Falcons. Serving from right to left is Madeline Hildebrandt. This one heads to the back line, set to the left. Colby Wangsness flies up and smacks it down from left to right. And that ties this thing up at 1-1. AP and Denver. Big time shot by the Falcon outside hitter, Colby Wangsness. She is grown into her role here throughout her Falcon volleyball career. Left side attack here for the Cyclones, and a dig is made by Mostek, the first-year varsity setter of AP, and Wangsness puts it into the net for a 2-1 Denver lead. 2-1 Cyclones here in the second NICL Central match of the season for AP and the first for Denver. It's fired over the net on the serve from Lexi Benham, right to left by the Cyclones. Wangsness fires it over the net where it is dug by Benham. Left side attack just makes it over the net. That was from Bailey Mullahan. Now on the right side, it's Eddy into the blockers of Denver. Thurman and Bailey Mullahan combined to smack that one down, and the Cyclones lead it 3-1 here in this opening set. Last time the Falcons were in this building, they hung close, but it was a 2-1 loss in the conference tournament semifinal. They won the first set. It was 25-23 in the second set. They lost in a set that they should have had, and then 15-11 they lost set 3 to advance to the third place match. Wangsness up on the left side. The Denver blockers were right there. Running out of bounds and making the save is Osterkamp of AP, and it's free ball returned back over by the Falcons. Johnson with a set. What a smack by Bailey Mullahan. And that is Denver's first kill of the match. They lead it 4-1 here in set 1. Well, if you're AP coming into this type of match, serving is going to be a big deal. Something within your control. Have not had many opportunities. It's tapped over the net by Eddy on the right side. Hit the top of the net on its way over. And a left side shot by Bailey Mullahan for her second kill of this match. Kill leader on the season for the Cyclones, Bailey Mullahan. She just had that one right there. 3.6 kills per set. That happens to lead the NICL Central. The serve angles from right to left here. And Wangsness again on the left side for AP. Dig is made by Denver. Mullahan in the middle, and the Falcons get the rejection right up at the net. Zoe Uhlenhop up there to help block it there for AP. She combined with Eddy. There might have been a third Falcon involved in that one as well. And it is 5-2 Denver. And Ava Eddy serves it into the net. So there it is right there, a service error giving 3 points to the other team. First one of those for either side here tonight. And that's one of the things that AP is going to have to improve. They're only serving at about 86%. You want to be at least at 90. Free ball returned over by Kalkworth, but it lands out of bounds, and it is 7-2 Denver. Falcons need to wake up here a little bit. Wearing the gray jerseys tonight with black numbers in text, white outlines, black shoulders on the jerseys. Serve receive went into the net. Colby Wangsness climbs a row up into the bleachers, and AP can't return the serve, causing Klespies to call a timeout. 8-2 is the Denver lead here in set number 1. We'll step aside as well. Denver 8, AP 2 here in set number 1. A hard serve from Denver's libero from right to left. Wangsness left side attack. Bounces off the top of the blockers. Johnson left side set. What a kill. Holy smokes, a big time swing by Bailey Mullahan. She's the only Denver player to have recorded a kill in this match. And the Cyclones lead it 9-2 here in this opening set. And this serve hits the net on its way over. Mackenzie McEwen with a service ace, and it is 10-2 Denver. Continuing with the colors of the game. Mentioned AP in the gray jerseys tonight. The libero Kalkworth is in a red jersey with white numbers with black outlines, black text with white outlines, all players wearing black shorts, and another service ace by McEwen of the Cyclones. 11-2 Denver. Kalkworth there to receive the serve. Up in the middle, it's Zoe Uhlenhop, but she puts it in the net. This is getting out of hand fast. 12-2 Denver. Cyclones wearing white uniforms with maroon numbers in text, gold outlines, black shorts, and a hard serve this time from the Denver libero. That's McEwen. And Wangsness puts it into the net for a 13-2 Denver lead. McEwen wearing a maroon Denver jersey as the libero. White numbers in text with gold outlines, black shorts. Eddie receives this serve. Mostek sets Uhlenhop in the middle, angles it left, diggable by the Cyclones. Diving dig made by Kalkworth of AP. They set Wangsness, they get it over the blockers that time. And down for an AP kill. Much needed point for the Falcons. Wangsness with her second of the match. 13-3 is Denver's lead here in set 1. And Wangsness will head back to serve right now for the Falcons. 18 service aces on the year for Colby. Left side attack and another big time swing by Denver's Bailey Mullahan for her 4th kill of the match. Again, the only Denver player to have recorded a kill. And the Falcons will look for a big time bounce back here. Here's one of Iowa's best players, Channing Johnson, setter of the Cyclones, in her 4th season in that starting spot. Set to the right side, and an attack into the blockers of AP with Uhlenhop. Eddie does a good job of keeping the feet from going under the net. And now Mullahan on the left side again, too far out the back. 14-4 is Denver's lead. Denver is a pretty good serving team as well at 91.8% on the year so far in their first 15 matches. And this one is smacked down from left to back. Madeline Hildebrandt that time. They got power all over the place, let me tell you that right now. And they are showing it off here in this one. Hildebrandt only a 1.3 kills per set. That was a huge one right there. 15 for Denver here in the opening set. The serve head towards the back line, received by Wangsness. Left side set for Allen, and she puts it in the net. It was a good set from Mostek. However, Allen mistimed the swing, and it's 16-4 Denver. Ugly start for the Falcons. They're going to need as big of a bounce back ever in set number 2. Not impossible to beat these guys. They were on the verge of it last year. Pretty much the exact same team. AP, of course, has some differences this year as well. Not a ton. Adina Murch with her first kill of the match. And I wonder if Klespies is going to use that second timeout here pretty soon, trailing 17-4. And this is on the verge of being by far the worst set of the season for the Falcons. Lost a couple of sets against North Tama. Those were 26-24 and 25-18 in a triangular a week ago from tonight. Wangsness from near the middle of the court fires it over the net. Johnson sets it right side. Diving dig is made by Kalkor. Free ball returned over the nets and lands out of bounds. Hope Maiman not able to get that one in the right spot. And another timeout called by Coach Klespies. Denver 18, AP 4. Domination by the Cyclones here in set 1. Denver 18, Aplington-Parkersburg 4. We are in set number 1 in this NICL Central clash. A rough start for Aplington-Parkersburg right now. I don't have the exact percentages, but they are hitting well negative. I can tell you that right now. Denver serves, hits the line, that's an ace. Briley Ackerson picks up the third service ace of this opening set by the Cyclones. This is a hard serve. Went off of Maiman fists, nearly out of bounds, but Allen was there to save it. Left side attack into the blockers of AP, but it lands out of bounds. That is going to be a Denver kill, increasing their lead to 20-4. And this serve heading long, but it's going to be an ace. Bounces up into the walking track. Holy cow. Another service ace picked up by Ackerson, and the Cyclones have 4 in this set. And this time it'll be a point to AP. Falcons serve right now with Mostek from left to right as I see it from my broadcast location, and an attack error too far out the back by Denver, making it 21-6 Cyclones. Looks like this rally may be too little too late. Oh, hold on a sec. AP picks up a service ace with Julia Mostek. Angled it to the left, just able to squeeze it down inside the line. And let's see if she can do it again. Left-handed serve, that one way too long. A no-doubter. Denver didn't even have to move. It was clearly going out by the time it left Mostek's arm. 22-7 Cyclones here in set 1. And a hard serve lands inbounds. AP completely encircled it, and no one was there to receive the serve. Landed in between a bunch of people. Not good communication that time around. Molly Tierney with her first service ace of the match. 23-7 Denver puts that one in the net to give AP at least a little more life. 23-8. Ugly opener here for the Falcons. Adri Allen back to serve. See if they can at least bring a hint of momentum into set two. This serve hits the net on its way over. Johnson sets it left, dug by Kalkworth, left side set Wangsness, and puts it down inside the line. A diving dig attempt made by Ackerson. And that's the third kill of the match here for Wangsness, the only AP player to have even recorded a kill so far. 23-9. Allen serves, and this one goes off of Ackerson's outstretched arms. Hildebrand over on the near side to keep it in bounds, and free ball returned over. Here's a big time shot from the right side. Jensen Kloster rises up and fires it down. Crosses the court from right to left. Dig was made and attempted in the back row by the libero of Denver. Not able to keep it in though. And another hard serve from AP. 23-10 Denver. Lunging dig made by Allen. Mostek sets it. Yep, that was an off-target set. Neither Eddie nor Kloster could get to it. And it's now set point Cyclones at 24-8. Falcons mistimed that one. And now a chance for the Cyclones to put away a 1-0 lead. Hildebrandt serves long and out of bounds. 3 service errors in the set so far for Denver, compared to 5 aces. 24-11 Denver. Kloster serves. Left side attack, too far long. Misplayed by Murch. 24-12. Couple of set points here in the opener for Denver. See how far AP can extend it. Kloster serves it hard. And it's going to be free ball returned after being batted around. Really no attempt at a good set for Denver that time. And Wangsness fires it over the net. Still bouncing. It hit the top of the net on its way over. Landed just inside the line. And AP is putting together a little bit of a flurry of activity here near the end of set 1. Johnson sets it left. Arced over the net here on the near side, Murch. Uhlenhop with a hook shot in the middle. Dug on the other side by AP. Closer back row set to Wangsness, gets it over left side. Johnson with a dump, AP not able to react, and that's the opening set. 25-13, Denver dominates, though AP makes it look at least a little bit more respectable than it was for most of the way. 25-13 Cyclones, let's head to set 2. Underway in set number 2. And a violation by the Falcons gives Denver a 1-0 lead after the Cyclones took set number 1 by a 25-13 final score. So 1-0 Cyclones here in the second set. And it's going to be a right side attack by Adri Allen of AP. Puts it down inside the line. And a nice looking kill for the Falcons to tie up this set. Adri Allen picks up her first kill of the match. And the Falcons pick up another point here. Leading it now 2-1 here in set number 2. Nice kill in the center by AP. And Colby Wangsness once again able to fire that thing for her 4th kill of the match. And this one served by Allen. Angles to the right side. Allen records the dig in the back row by AP. Right side set to Closter, and she launches it way too far to the left and out of bounds. And that ties us up here at 2-2. Two here in set 2. And a high lofting set to the left side. Wangsness, what a dig made by McEwen on the dive to the right. And this one is going to be an attack here on the left side of the net by Denver. And it's 3-2 Falcons here in set number 2. Looking to bounce back and tie this thing at 1-1. Make it go at least 4 sets. Dig is made by Closter, down to the knees. Uhlenhop in the middle, angles it to the left, just inside the line for the kill. Nice placement by Zoe Uhlenhop. She's been an X-Factor player over the years for the Falcons, really getting her time to shine now here in her senior season. 4-2 Falcons. Closter back to serve, angles outside the antenna. Man, you don't see that often. Usually when it sails wide one way or the other, it at least makes it over the net, but that one didn't even do that. So a service error by the Falcons. They now have 3 in the match, and it's going to be 4-hit violation on AP. Not able to get it back over. And that ties it up at 4 here in set 2. Benham serves here for Denver. Left side attack, Wangsness. And she gets a kill. Benham reached out, could not get the dig. Sailed up into the visitors' side bleachers. And the Falcons lead at 5-4 here in set 2. Wangsness with a team high 5 kills in the match. After that one right there, Eddie serves. Johnson sets it left. What a shot by Hildebrandt, but it's into the blockers of AP and sent back out of bounds. Check that, Bailey Mullahan with the 5th kill for her. Team high for Denver, and we are tied at 5. This broadcast is available to be experienced in multiple ways. Zoe Uhlenhop fires it in the middle, dug by Denver, by Madeline Hildebrandt, and free ball returned by Bailey Mullahan, but out of bounds, and AP leads at 6-5. We're on terrestrial airwaves on 98.9 FM, on 99 The Wave. Also streaming audio only at radioonthego.com, and streaming with video at YouTube at Radio on the Go. Several options to experience tonight's broadcast. And a kill by Madeline Hildebrandt, number 2 on the night for her. Ties us up at 6-6 here in set number 2. AP was down like 21-4 in the first set, so definitely some progress since then. And between sets 1 and 2, Coach Klespies brought her team out of the gym into the adjacent hallway, where I imagine a very direct conversation was had. Wangsness a set left to Allen, but a free ball over. Not what AP wanted. Lands very close to the line, but a point to Denver. And they're on top 7-6. It was punched toward the back line by Mullahan, by Grace Mullahan. Two Mullahans on the team, Bailey and Grace. And we are tied at 7. Kalkworth serves. Johnson, a set to the middle. And a kill by Grace Mullahan. Angles it to the left from the middle hitter position. And AP defenders nowhere to be found. 8-7 Denver. Again, progress from the first set by AP. And it's been back and forth here all the way in set 2. And now the down ref heads over to talk to the up ref. Looks like they were wiping some moisture off the floor, and we are ready to resume. Briley Ackerson serves right to left and angles right. Mostek sets Allen into the blockers, hits the antenna, and that is a point to the Falcons. Adri Allen picks up the kill. Eight to 8 is our score. The serve heads to the back line. Pushed over with two hands here on the near side by Denver. Right side attack, closer, too far long. AP's hitting better in this set, but probably even at best. They're still sailing them along. 9-8 Denver, which leads 1-0. McEwen serves, angles left. Mostek behind the back set to Allen up on the right side, and dug by McEwen to the back row. Johnson behind the back set, and a right side kill by Madeline Hildebrand. Over in Dyke, the Wolverines defeated South Hardin. Here is a service error by the Cyclones, their 4th of the match. D&H defeated South Hardin. Let's see, 25-14, 25-18. Union also beat South Hardin there. So we await the Wolverines versus Knights. Allen serves it into the net for the 4th error of the night by AP. Service error, that is. Just one ace. And that came from Julia Mostek. 11-9 is the Denver lead. And it's going to be a lift called on AP. Shooting themselves in the foot, committing mistakes, and putting them behind the 8 ball. That's kind of the name of the game so far. 12-9 Denver. Wangsness a left side attack. Dig is made by the right side of Denver. And Eddie sets out of bounds. Kalkworth dives after an errant pass. Not quite able to keep it in bounds, however. And it is 13-9 Denver. Starting to pull away. This is their largest lead of the set. And this one heads to the line and in. Hildebrandt with the ace. It grazed the line, but that is in bounds, and it is 14-9 Denver. Candace Cluspes calls her first time out of the second set. Denver 14, AP 9 here in set 2. Denver 14, Aplington-Parkersburg 9. We are in set number 2. Cyclones lead at 1-0. Some other action going on in the league tonight. Here in the Central, Dyke New Hartford is hosting a triangular with South Hardin and Union. Columbus Catholic is hosting Hudson. And that rounds out action here in the Central as Denver commits a service error here with Hildebrand. That is their 5th service error of the match. Out east, Wapsie Valley is hosting Sumner Fredericksburg. That one just down the road from here. Olwine is hosting Jessup. And Johnson sets it right side. Hildebrand to the back line. Lunging dig made by Closter. Right side attack. It's Eddy into the blockers of Denver. Return back to AP's side. Mostek sets up Wangsness. The dig goes over top the net and return to AP. Mostek to Uhlenhop in the middle. Over top the blockers in the front line of Denver. And a 2-hand push on a free ball return. Setter dump by Mostek. And they're going to call a double on AP's Mostek to give Denver a 15-10 lead. And in the NICL West, AGWSR is hosting Grundy Center. That one happens to be airing on 104.9 KLMJ. And Gladbrook-Rhinebeck is hosting East Marshall. Lots of action throughout the league tonight. Left side set, Wangsness into the blockers. It spins on top of the net, lands back on AP's side. Uhlenhop into the blockers. The dig goes back the other way, and AP gets a much-needed point. Maybe not exactly what Uhlenhop was looking for on that swing, but it ends up getting the job done. Her 2nd kill of the match. 15-11 Cyclones. Eddy serves a line drive. The serve receive made by Hildebrand. Left side Mullahan with the attack. Dug by AP. Mostek running out of bounds to make the set. Wangsness, big time swing. Dug by the Cyclones. Dumped over the net, and that is a kill by Denver. 16-11 Cyclones. Let's see, was that Johnson? Yep, that was Johnson. Turn and burn style for her first kill of the match. 16-11. And she can get creative, let me tell you that right now. Denver serves with Thurm. And Uhlenhop flicks it to the left, gets the kill. A soft tap over the net that time, but Zoe Uhlenhop records her 2nd kill of this set. Cuts the deficit back down to 4. 16-12 Cyclones. Wangsness serves. Johnson sets middle for Mullahan. Now left side set Allen. Over top the net it goes. Left side dig made by Denver, but there comes Uhlenhop up in the middle again. This time she gets the rejection. Zoe Uhlenhop starting to heat up, keeping the Falcons in this set. 16-13 Denver. Wangsness serves. Looked like it might have been heading long. McEwen keeps it in. Mullahan sends it over for the Cyclones. Up to the left side, Allen, too far to the left. 17-13. Allen was looking to float it parallel to the line. Unfortunately, it just angled left. Johnson serves hard. Playable for Kalkworth. Uhlenhop with a swing from the right side, dug by Denver. Up on the right side, attack by Hildebrand. Dig is made by Kalkworth. And Wangsness fires it over from near the middle of the courts. She's in the back row on this rotation. Allen and Uhlenhop combine for the rejection. They're going to combine for it again. No need, however, as Hildebrand puts it in the net. And now it's 17-14. (17-14). Cyclones on top here in set 2. But AP still has a chance to strike here. Good serve by Kalkworth. It angled left after it was received by Mullahan. Mostek, left side set, Allen into the net. And those are the type of things that'll lose you a match right there. You got to get that thing over. 18-14 Denver. Cyclones are on the verge of taking a 2-0 lead. Speaking of the Cyclones, Iowa State is at UNI tonight. And they are tied at a set apiece inside the McLeod Center right now. And Falcons all out of sorts here. Allen was out of bounds. Attempted a return over, but it was behind the ref. So a pretty easy call to make for that official over on the far side. And if the ball sails behind you, it was pretty clearly behind the intent. Mostek behind the back set. Jensen Kloster fires it down to the center. A much-needed kill for Kloster. Falcons down by 4, 19-15. It is not over yet. Let's see what Mostek can do at the service line. It's received by McEwen. Johnson sets it left. Big time swing up on the left side by Murch. Returned by Allen. Dig made by McEwen. Johnson sets it behind the back. Diving dig by Kalkworth. What an effort. Allen gets the set left side and kills it. AP starting to figure it out offensively here against Denver. Adri Allen, a big time smack up on the left. 19-16 Cyclones in set 2. Mostek continues to serve, but she puts it in the net. (20-16) Denver. And again, serving has been somewhat of a downfall for AP this year. This serve from Denver hits the net on its way over. Closer up on the left side. Lots of velocity on that swing. Puts it down outside. Oh, it was tipped. It was tipped by the Cyclones on the swing by Kloster. She had 2 major swings on that same rally. The second one results in a kill. And yes, it was tipped out of bounds by Hildebrandt. 20-17 Denver. Allen serves. Johnson sets it to the middle. Thurm taps it over. Diving dig is made by Kalkworth, but it goes in the net. A great effort there by AP's libero. Not quite enough to keep it in play. 21-17 Denver. Cyclones are 4 points away from a 2-0 lead. Kalkworth receives the serve. Set it to the right side, Kloster into the blockers. Heck of a job by Murch and Thurm combining to slam it down, and it is 22-17 Denver. Timeout, Candace Cluspies. Here in set number 2, Falcons will look for a rally when we come back. Denver 22, Aplington-Parkersburg 17 here in set 2. And the Cyclones lead at 1-0. Next action for both of these teams will be on Saturday at AP's home tournament. Action that day will start at 9 a.m. Other teams there include Ankeny Christian, Charles City, Grundy Center, Roland Story, Wapsie Valley, and West Delaware. Always a great day of volleyball when AP hosts that tournament. Denver serves. They're 3 points away from a 2-0 lead. Wangsness left side attacks it into the net. If AP is not hitting negative in this match, they are really close. 23-17 Cyclones. Kalkworth receives the serve. Mostek sets left. Wangsness fires it over the net, where the dig is made by Hildebrandt. And the Cyclones pick up yet another kill. Now it is set point at 24-17. That was Adina Murch, her second kill of the night. Set point Denver. Mostek lofts it up left for Wangsness. Puts it on the line. Oh, they rule it out. 25-17 is the final score here in the set. Yeah, they missed that call. It hit the line, but the Falcons are down 2-0 here on 99 The Wave. Let's head to set number 3. Denver leads it 2-0. And they took the first 2 sets by scores of 25-13 and 17. Adri Allen will serve for AP to get us rolling here in set 3. Falcons look for a big-time comeback, and they will start with a service ace by Allen. Nice way to start off this set. 1-0 Falcons. And they will start with a lead here in set number 3. Allen back to the service line after the team picks up its second ace of the night. Takes a few dribbles. Hard serve over, where it's received by Murch. Up the middle, Thurm swings, gets the Denver points. That was her first kill of the night. Well, what a season it's been for Denver so far. Really testing themselves out as far as the schedule is concerned as well. Wangsness with a swing left side for AP. Johnson sets it for Thurm, who does record the kill. Backs it back for Miley Thurm in the middle for Denver. Last Saturday they were at a tournament at New Hampton, where they played South Winneshiek, St. Ansgar, Turkey Valley, St. Ansgar, and Sumner Fredericksburg. All W's there. And a left side attack and kill for Denver with Adina Murch. They lead at 3-1. Also went to a tournament at Bondurant Farrar, where they got victories over Des Moines Roosevelt, Urbandale, North Polk, North Tama, Indianola, and Pella. Wangsness sends it over. Did lose a set to North Polk. And it's going to be a point to AP off a attack error by Denver. So they lost sets to North Tama and North Polk down there. Still able to win all those. Swept a triangular with AGWSR and Wapsie Valley. Now a long serve by AP, playable for McEwen. Left side attack, dug by Closter, back row AP. Mostek sets it left here for Wangsness, who puts down the kill. McEwen reached out, couldn't get the dig. Colby Wangsness up to 6 kills to lead the Falcons. Closter is back to serve. Wangsness, the 3rd leading killer on the team this year. And it is now 4-3 Cyclones after a service error toward the back line. Was extremely close. Here's Wangsness with a swing. It's going to be well, not quite a joust. Returned back by Denver. Gets through the blockers of AP. And here comes Eddie on the right side, pushing it over. Johnson returns it on a free ball. Eddie and Kalkorf collide as they were both trying to get there. But to no avail, it's 5-3 Denver. Cyclones have a chance to take home the sweep if they win this set. Mostek sets it left for Wangsness, way too far out the back. 6-3 Cyclones. Kalkorf receives the serve. Mostek sets Uhlenhop into the blockers, out of bounds. A force to be reckoned with in the middle, without question. Up to 5 kills tonight for Zoe Uhlenhop. '71 kills entering the match, good for 2.8 per set. Team high here for the Falcons. What a shot up on the left side. And guess who? Bailey Mullahan, kill leader for the Cyclones with her 6th. She's got 6. 3 apiece by Hildebrandt and Murch. 2 apiece by Grace Mullahan and Miley Thurm. And 1 by Johnson. Left side, here's Wangsness into the net. Point Cyclones, they lead at 7-4. Wangsness leads AP with kills tonight with 6, Uhlenhop 5. Allen and Closter each with 3. Falcons have 2 aces, 6 service errors. Denver 6 aces, 5 service errors. Peyton Osterkamp has checked into the game for AP. Denver with it on their side. Johnson sets it left. Molahan. And free ball returned by Osterkamp. Dumped over and a kill by Johnson. Osterkamp dove to the right, couldn't get to it. Channing Johnson picks up her second kill. Numerous assists for her. So AP may get another crack at the Cyclones here on Saturday at the tournament at home. We'll see if that happens. Mostek sets it to Uhlenhop. Dig is made in the back row of Denver. Left side attack Molahan. AP's got a chance. Mostek runs out of bounds. Sets it for Wangsness. Diving dig by Molahan. Another diving dig by Kalkwarf, but to no avail. 10-4 Cyclones. None of the teammates were in the right position to send it back over. And a service error here by McEwen. Service ace, I should say, for her third of the match. (11-4 Cyclones. Here in set 3, looking for a sweep. Uhlenhop in the middle. Pushes it to the left. Dig by Hildebrandt. I believe it was tipped as well. It has to be free-balled. Mostek sets left to Wangsness. Kept alive on the dig by Mayman. Falcons aren't able to return it and ultimately get the points. Heck of a rally by the Falcons that time. A diving pancake dig made by Mayman. And then Wangsness up on the left side, able to record the point. 11-5. Nice play by the Falcons. Effort play here in a third set, down 2-0. And here's a kill in the middle by Denver. They make it 12-5. That was Grace Molahan flying up there in the center. Denver has had big leads most of the night. Sands set 2. Wangsness playing from the back row sends it over. AP combines for a block with Mostek and Uhlenhop. And free balled by Kalkwarf, that is, over the nets. Diving dig. And the back row by Wangsness went into the nets. Mostek and Uhlenhop each tried to dig it back up. But again, to no avail. 13-5 Denver. Johnson serves, angles left. Received by Wangsness, left side attack Allen. And too far out the back. 14-5 Denver. And Coach Cluspies has called timeout. Falcons are down by 9. 14-5 Cyclones, up 2-0. Looking to pull away for the sweep on 99 The Wave and YouTube at Radio on the Go. Denver 14, Aplington-Parkersburg 5. We're in set number 3. Cyclones lead at 2-0 with a chance to take home the sweep. They will do that if they win this set. 11 points away from doing just that. Left side attack Allen, over the net it goes. Diving dig is made by McEwen. Up on the left side, Molahan arcs it over the nets. Lofted up in the air, Mostek. And Wangsness shoots it long. Way too far out the back. It is 15-5 Denver. And there are a lot of attack errors by the Falcons. Definitely hitting close to negative. Johnson serves to the back line, received by Mayman. High arcing set to the left to Allen, sends it over. Kalkworth sets Allen again. Left to right shot. Open the right side, smacked by Hildebrandt. The dig goes back over the net. What a dive by McEwen. Not quite able to get it back to her teammate, though. And the Falcons get the point to make it 15-6. (15-6) Denver here in set 3, 10 points away from a sweep. Here in the NICL Central opener for them. It's the second NICL Central match of the season for the Falcons. So there was a kill by Bailey Mullahan. And a team high 7. Tied with Wangsness for the match high. Kalkworth serves. Johnson with a set to the middle. Push to the left by Mullahan. And that's a point to AP. (15-8). Denver still with the lead. Kalkworth continues to serve. Johnson a set to the middle. Met by the blockers, and Closter may get called for a lift. Yep, that's what they call it. Curled the hand around the ball in an attempt to get it over. However, that was really the only way that she was going to accomplish that. 16-8. The Cyclones have the Falcons doubled up here in set 3. And here comes a serve right to left from Ackerson back into the match. Unreturnable by AP. And I can hear some groans in the Falcon crowd. Just nothing going AP's way tonight. Sometimes the best teams have their ways of putting pressure on the opponent. And AP is seemingly out of sorts tonight. Here comes a kill left side by Adri Allen. 17-9 Cyclones. And now Mostek back to serve. Arcs it over the net on the left-handed serve. Johnson a set to the middle. And a back row dig Wangsness. Closter up on the right side. Dig by Johnson of Denver. Tierney sends it over right side. Up to the left. Here comes Allen. She gets the kill. Johnson not able to dig it. Great set from Mostek. And Allen was right there to record her 5th kill. Up on the left side, Allen again. Dug in the back by McEwen that time. Behind the back, free ball Johnson. And AP commits 4 hits. 18-10 Denver. Cyclones are 7 points away from a 3-set sweep. Mostek, left side set. Hey, there's Jensen Closter rising up and smacking it down. 18-11. She's going to be a player that AP is going to count on for quite a ways throughout her career. Just got going here as a sophomore, got some good time action last year as well in her freshman season. AP picks up a service ace from Adri Allen. (18-12) Denver. And Allen will serve again. Boom. Too far along. You tend to see that. You follow up a service ace with an error. And it's 19-12 Denver. 6 points away from the sweep. Mostek sets left Wangsness, gets it over the blockers. Now to the left side, Murch, dig Kalkworth. What a shot in the middle. Miley Thurm licking the chops, saw that thing coming, absolutely smacked it. (20-12) Denver. Kalkorf receives the serve. Mostek up to the left side. Wangsness. Dig by McEwen. And third to a diving dig by Kalkorf and a free ball return. Johnson dumps it. Dug by Mostek. Kalkorf sets right. Closter arcs it over. Diving dig is made by Ackerson. And the Cyclones able to pick up another point. Merch that time, 21-12. And another timeout has been called by Coach Klespies. Denver 21, Aplington-Parkersburg 12. Timeout here in set 3. Cyclones are 4 points away from a sweep. Denver 21, Aplington-Parkersburg 12 here in set number 3. Cyclones are 4 points away from a sweep. Mostek with a left side set. Wangsness, she gets the kill. And the Falcons putting together as much of a rally as they can here late in this set. Closter is back to serve. Falcons down 21-13. Toward the back line, received by McEwen. And a shot from the left. It is a kill by Merch, her 5th of the night. 22-12, excuse me, 22-13, Denver. And again, a chance for these teams to meet again on Saturday when AP hosts a tournament. It's always a big one, lots of good teams there. This one is going to go up into the net. No chance for Johnson to return that back in play. 22-14. Denver's 3 points away. Eddie serves. Jillian Clayton, number 9 of Denver, has checked in off the bench. Cyclones get a point here, 23-14. McEwen heads back to serve. No bench players in from AP quite yet. Set to Uhlenhop, swings it over. Now up to the right. Johnson with an attack. Don't see that too often. Here comes Wangsness into the blockers and returned back. Up high nearly to the rafters. Wangsness to the back line and too far long. 24-14. Match point Denver. (24-14). Here comes the serve. To the middle, it's Uhlenhop. Sends it over. Dig is made by Clayton. Up on the left. Diving dig is made by Osterkamp. Now Kalkorf with a free ball return. Johnson sets it. And Mullahan sends it to the back line and out. 24-15. Denver will get another crack at it here at match point. Wangsness to serve. Hits the net on its way over. Johnson trying to end it. She does just that. 25-15 with a joust to the net by Johnson that she wins. And the Cyclones earn the 3-set sweep. Postgame is next on 99 The Wave. Number 1 in 2A Denver sweeps number 9 in 2A Aplington-Parkersburg in 3 sets, 25-13, 17, and 15. Falcons could not generate a whole lot here in this one to keep within striking distance. Set 2 was by far the closest set. They were back and forth for a good portion of it before Denver pulled away. But the Cyclones were too much to overcome. Ranked number 1 in 2A for a reason, and proving it here tonight against one of the better opponents that they have faced as well. Falcons will look to grow from this experience. They moved to 10-2 and 1-1 in conference play. Their next action will be Saturday when they host a tournament where these teams could meet again. Let's take a look at some of the unofficial stats from tonight. Colby Wangsness was the team's kill leader with 8. Adri Allen had 5, so did Zoe Uhlenhop, and Jensen Kloster had 4. When it comes to the serving numbers for AP, 3 aces, including 2 by Allen, 1 by Julia Mostek. However, 7 service errors. Those can always come back to haunt you. Meanwhile, for Denver, they were led in kills by Bailey Mullahan with 7, Adina Murch at 5, and 3 apiece by Channing Johnson, Madeline Hildebrand, Grace Mullahan, and Miley Thurm. They had 7 aces, including 3 by Mackenzie McEwen and 5 service errors. So again, AP will return to action on Saturday when they host that home tournament. Denver will be back in action on Saturday also at that tournament. And let's see the records one more time. AP 10-2, 1-1 in the NICL Central. Denver now 16-0 and 1-0 in the NICL Central. Looks like it might be a bit before post-game interviews. I'm going to take a timeout and wrap up our coverage in just a moment here on 99 The Wave and at Radio on the Go on YouTube. Denver sweeps Aplington-Parkersburg 3-0. That'll do it for my coverage here tonight on 99 The Wave. Falcons will return to action on Saturday when they host a home tournament inside the gym. Well, actually, they'll use both gyms in the high school in Parkersburg. I'm John Mowinkle saying good night from the Cyclone Center. This has been High School Volleyball, and your home for local high school sports, 99 The Wave.